Yo, it's Andre. I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to mention the reality of what males are attracted to, not what society says that they're attracted to. All right? All right. Now, every male knows this. All right. Now, if you don't agree with this, then just don't talk about it. Yeah, just don't. I mean, then don't say anything of it about. Don't talk about it with me if you don't agree with this. But I'm going to state the reality. I know every man is deep within, but men just lie to themselves. All right. Whew. Every male knows this deep down what they're attracted to. Every male is attracted to a female of an age range. Yep, that's right. Society tells you what's considered normal and not normal, but you know what I'm talking about. You know deep down what you naturally find attractive. You know, you know. Mm-hmm. And ain't just. But before I get into that, I'm gonna jump to the old lady part. Okay. Society is trying to normalize men to be attracted to old women, right? They try to make it a normal thing. Old ladies, grannies are even making videos on Pornhub. I heard from people, but I don't look it up because I find them gross. Because here's the truth. Nate, this is just how it's supposed to be. This is a man's true self. This is nature. We are not sexually attracted to old women. This is the reality. If a woman is past her prime, there's a reason why we're turned off by it. Because by nature, men are not attractive to old ladies. We hate wrinkles. We hate saggy tits. We hate everything. In this society, they're trying to normalize men liking old ladies, but that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. No amount of brainwashing is going to make me like old ladies or want them. Exactly. So in this video, I want to talk about that. Every man knows what we're naturally attracted to. So I'm going to say it, right? I'm not going to say it in detail. I'm just because, people will get all bent out of shape. They're going to be butt hurt. They're going to be because of what you're brainwashed to believe. So anyway, society says that women are, it's like this. They say 18 and up, they're a woman, right? They're legal adults. But girls become women before they're 18, and girls become ripe at different. Every girl, on average, girls become a woman way before 18. They become ripe. You know what I'm saying? Okay, if that's the case, did you not know that 18 and 19 are still teenagers? The only difference is that they're legal. That's the only difference. In some states have 17 and 16 to be legal. In other countries have them legal at 14 or 13 or no 14. Because on average, okay, I'm gonna say the reality. Ready? You guys won't get this because y'all been brainwashed. But y'all know deep down that y'all are naturally attracted to a really fertile female, but you're just not gonna admit it because you're gonna be hated by society if you admit that side of you. But you know what I'm talking about. Now this is according to the source. This is when the female is ripe and ready. On average, a female is ripe when she's 14 years old and up. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Some females can become ripe earlier than others. It depends on the female or even the race, the type of humans. Yeah. So anyway, also I'm gonna expose another lie. It is not wrong raising a female for yourself as well. They say grooming is bad. That's only the assumption that women are equal to men. Society lied to y'all that women should have equal treatment as a man, as if they're a man. But women, I'm gonna say the reality. I know a lot of people are gonna hate this, but y'all know deep down it's true. But y'all are afraid to be your true self because y'all don't want to be an alien to the system. Y'all want to be accepted by the crowd, even if it means lying to yourself. So I already know a lot of y'all not gonna accept this, but this is just the reality. Okay. Yeah, I know y'all gonna hate this, but yeah. But anyway, all females are property of men. This is just the reality. This is the way God Himself designed it. This is just nature. This is the natural order. All females are property of all men. That's right. not only is it not wrong to sleep with her when she is ripe, when nature says she's ready, you know, it is natural to even raise her for yourself as well. Because females are only created for one things. That's right, to be a pleasure to men, to males. This whole, wait till they're 18 and up, is just something that came recently. It's just a lie. It's not only one of the many lies of this society, but this is something that came recently in this society. This was not always, 100 years ago. It wasn't exactly. It was normal to grow them, develop them, bond with them before this American society said it was a lie that you shouldn't do that. They should wait till you're 18. The reason why they're secretly trying to say that the age limit should be older, and then one day they'll say, it's 20 and up. One day they'll say it's 25 and up. The reason why they're trying to make it, the reason why they're trying to make the age range older as time goes on, is because the older a female gets, the less time she has to have healthy babies, and she's going to become unbalanced, basically. She's going to become unbalanced. The older a female gets, the most likely she won't be able to have healthy babies. And then she won't have any babies at all. You gotta understand, females become ripe way before 18. And it depends on the female too. So, and not only that, it can also be artificial. People can use drugs or the stuff they put in our food on purpose. The enemies, the governments, how they put stuff in our foods to try as an attempt to make us unbalanced and have a chemical reaction. That's another reason why a female will become ripe. Anyway, when a female is not ripe yet, it's common sense to not put your dick in her because she can't handle the man. If the man puts his dick in her, then that's the same thing as stabbing her with a sword because he's forcing his dick into her. And that is disgusting, and that is a real pedophile. Why? Because he's hurting a female. Oh yeah, the term pedophile was also made to shame men because pedophile is a term used loosely. They will call a man a pedophile for anything. They'll say, you're a pedophile because she's 17 or 16. Dude, she's a woman. Nature says they're a legal adult by 18. I'm sorry. Society says that they're a legal adult by the age of 18. But what are you going to listen to? What society says or what nature says? You guys know that this is true. You guys don't want to be an outcast by society. That's why y'all don't want to accept what I say. Yeah, because y'all are brainwashed by the system. Many of y'all who believe that you should be with them 18 and up. And when they say that the human brain don't develop fully by 25, that's also a lie that they made up in their Scientology, or they will take things out of context. They will make things. Hey, if they can trick people about how the Earth really looks, then I'm not surprised they tricked y'all about when the brain is developed. And the brain development have nothing to do with anything. Females are still created for one purpose. To be a servant to the man that owns her. It is better to raise your female for yourself. Like, for example, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time when you would destroy a city in war, right? And then you would take females for yourself. And it's not just the adult woman, the children too. Having the knowledge that she's going to turn into a woman eventually. So therefore, you would train and raise her to be a woman for yourself, just like you're the woman who are already a woman. Exactly. It's just common sense, man. That was never a predator thing. That's just the natural order of. For example, why do you think animals sleep with a female, regardless if it's their daughter, or she's young? Let's see, or she could be. Yeah, it doesn't matter. There's no age with them because animals are showing you how nature intended it to be. It is natural. It's not just animals. Sentient beings do it too. Not just other humans, but heavenly beings too. They have sex in the heavens for fun. And it doesn't matter how the heavenly being looks. Because there are heavenly beings who look like eternal children. And yet, they'll sleep with them like they sleep with the adults. And another lie to expose, too. They say pedophilia means men who are only attracted to children, right? Alone. Oh, yeah? If that's the case, why are the men who like girls and women both? Not just girls, women, both. Exactly, because this is the truth. It's natural. I know y'all not going to accept it. This is one of the deep stuff that y'all are too hell-bent, bend over backwards. You were too deep into stuff, into society, to come out of. So I understand you don't want to be an outcast. You want to be accepted by the group. So I understand you. This is something that you have to accept no matter what. You have to lie to yourself that, oh, this is on that. No, yeah. Wait till she's 18. No, you know deep down that woman becomes a woman way before 18. Exactly. And the best way to raise them is to raise them for yourself from a child. Yeah, because females are created for one purpose only: to be owned by men. This is the truth. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But hey, y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy. The only difference between me and people who are brainwashed is the lies of society. When I know their lies, I will just speak the reality regardless, and I don't care if I'm hated for it. I'm gonna speak the real truth. I'm not gonna speak a sugarcoat truth. I'm not gonna lie about anything, or I'm not gonna try to blend. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just saying because back in ancient times when we Israelites, like before we were scattered among the globe, we had our own society. Us black people, on average, when we gave our daughter away, it was 14 of age because she was ready to have sex by that time. Yeah, huh? That ain't pedophilia. Nature just says when they're ready. Let me see what else. Then even if you raise a girl for yourself before she's ripe, right? Before she's ripe, that ain't wrong either. They told you grooming is bad. Grooming ain't bad. Grooming is right. Yeah. Females are created for that one purpose only. So you groomed them for yourself. That was never a bad thing. Society just told you that was bad. Exactly. Yeah, because it's meant. They tell you all these lies because it's meant to complicate life. It's meant to complicate reality. How simple life and reality really is. There's not all of these complications to it. Society just add these complications to it. They lie about all kinds of shit. So, like I said, in my videos, I'm eventually make a video to expose everything. Yeah, even if it's taboo or not taboo, it makes no difference. When I expose religion, culture, what they brainwash people to believe from childhood, it makes no difference. I'm gonna expose every lie. Hey, as long as I'm loved or hated for the truth's sake, it's an honor. Oh yeah. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Females, society lies about so much shit, man. Like, it is better to for example, yeah. Now, if a man can't raise a female for himself, or he can't, get her, he can't, sleep with her at the age when nature says she's ready, not when society says she's ready, then there's literally no reason for a man to have anything to do with women. I'm keeping it real because women were created to be enjoyed at their most fertile, and does the baby. And when she has babies, they'll be born at their healthiest, at their most strongest they can be. Yeah. So by them lying, saying start at 18, people are born on the average at a certain level of strength, and they stay that strength their whole life, thinking that's normal strength that they're born as. In reality, they would have been more healthy and stronger if they were born at 14. Exactly. Yeah. But anyway, to put it short, it's common sense that a girl will turn into a woman one day. So there are times when we conquered cities and villages, and we will steal the little girls too, and we'll raise them for ourselves. Yeah, it's always been that way. Is that predatory? No. Is that pedophilia? No. Pedophilia is a word that's always used the most, and it's always loosely used. They use it for like almost anything to make anybody look like a predator. Heck, even the act of staring at a female is called predatory. When you're just staring at her, you're just looking at her. That's it. That's not wrong either. I mean, I refuse to do that because I don't want to feed females' ego. They're never going to tell you this, but females love when male looks at them, whether a child or adult or elder. All females are like this, but they're not going to tell you that, and they will always act innocent. But anyway, so the reason why I don't look at females in public, because I don't want to feed their ego. I don't want to give them free male attention. So yeah, I just want to let y'all know about all this. You guys gotta be aware of the reality, man. Like y'all, pedophilia is a word loosely used. It's used loosely. It's used too much. They use it for anything. They misuse that word constantly. But pedophilia is really just a made-up term. If I'm going to be honest about the origin of pedophilia, it's a made-up term. It was never even a term to begin with. A man sees a female, he will have her for himself. That's just natural. There's no complications. There's no, wait till she's old enough. That dude. All that stuff is recent teaching from this society, which is a lie from the world system. Yeah. And I'm gonna let y'all know this too. It's going to go back to that when this society falls, because when the world system of lies falls, then all of the lies that they taught over for 400 years is going to fall with it. Yeah, it was 400 years. They start this. All this stuff is recent. So well, actually, this what I'm talking about is even way recent. It was let's see, it was not even 100 years ago. Yeah, when it was until they started saying, "Oh, age matters." Exactly. But anyway, I'm saying that earlier lies, the ones from when this society rose to power, the lies had started since then, 400 years ago. But now the 400-year mark has passed. We're in a judgment period by the source. So, yep. So all the nations that are not my people are going to be judged for everything they did to my people when we were in the society. You know what I'm saying? But that's another topic. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Whew. Okay, so it's not wrong to get with a female when she's ripe. That's how it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. And number two, it's not wrong to raise a female for yourself. Females are servants by men by nature. They are natural servants. In fact, that's what a girl is, servant. A servant is another term for woman, girl, female. They are servants of men. This is the truth about them. I don't care what society put in your head. Oh, they're equal. Oh, they're not slaves. No. Yes, they're slaves. Females are slaves by nature. Why do you think their nature is like that? Why do you think they're servants by nature? Why do you look at their nature, how different from men? Why do you think that they only understand power? Why do you think, every time they're given freedom, right? Why do you think that they can't handle power? Like when they're treated equally, they become unbalanced. Yeah. It's bad enough when they're treated equally. It's even worse when they're treated above men. Exactly. Why? Because when they're treated equally, they become unbalanced. When they become above men, they become even worse. Exactly. Now, why is that? Because females were never created to have any position of authority. They were not created to have any kind of freedom, like over a man. They're supposed to be completely under men. They're supposed to be raised to respect men. Females are created to be humbled, submissive, soft spoken, peaceful, like just happy. I'm saying this is the truth, and they can only be this way when they're owned by a man, because men by nature are born with logic, and we're power incarnate, while females are powerless incarnate. Another word for powerless is goddess. Another word for power is God. What else? I'm thinking about another term real quick. Another term for let me see. Okay. Oh yeah. Another term for the female also is chaos. Another term for male also is peace. Peace. Another term. The real origin of masculine and feminine. Want to know the real identity, which sums up everything, all the terms that they're known as. Masculinity is also called the dark, while femininity is called the shadow. And that's what if you sum up all the terms, that is their true form of every male and female. That's right. So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know the truth of what they are. So understand that. This society lies about so much shit, man, just to complicate life. Yes, religion, media, what they show in public, what they promote in public, stores, doesn't matter. It's like everything in public places, all the categories, they lie about everything. So they made up the term pedophilia just to shame men. They want to demonize everything men love. They will even, now they're saying just looking at a woman is predatory. You see what I'm saying? You people got to get out of the brainwash of the world system, man. Even by calling a woman cute or a girl cute is considered creepy. You see that? Females have no agency of their own. They cannot pick a man to be with. There's a reason they always pick the bad men, because they don't know how to pick men. Exactly. Females aren't born with agency. Men are. Females, the only way that they can enjoy a healthy, fully happy existence is they have to be fully controlled by men. They have to be raised by men. They have to be, owned by men. They have to be recognized for what the only thing they're created for is to be a pleasure to men and to make babies. To be, This is the truth about all they are. So, but if a lot of y'all guys would not accept this because y'all are brainwashed, y'all will be like, oh, that's not normal. It's not. No, you've been lied to. Y'all been taught that. Y'all been taught that by this society. Why do you think so many men want to get with them before they're 18? Why do you think this? And then don't a lot of y'all say, Why is there so many predators compared to ordinary people? Why, dude? You guys even know what you're saying? You're saying how there's so many of them, dude. It's because it's natural. That's why there's so many of them, because the few that thinks it's not normal is because y'all been brainwashed, and a lot of dudes who claim it's not normal, y'all know deep down y'all attracted to that, but y'all don't want to say it because y'all want to be accepted by the crowd. Exactly. So y'all know. So that's why even if people say comments of hate to me, I already know you guys know the reality and y'all don't want to accept it. So I already know that what y'all saying is based off lying to yourself. Yeah, it's just funny, man. But hey, I welcome the hate comments. Why? Because I'm a break down why it's true with what I'm saying. Any lie can be defeated by the truth. Like any lie that someone says against you, just come at it with the truth and say why it's normal. Like give them a logic reason why it's normal. Yeah, in the end they can't beat it. The only thing they can do then is either accept defeat or just say no. Like just keep going lying. Basically, they won't listen to the truth. They'll just simply ignore it and keep calling you, insulting you. That's how you know someone lost. So I love it, man. But anyway, now I want to continue. Now I'm gonna continue talking in this video. Okay. So anyway. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Just understand, females are made for men, and it doesn't matter when we take them. You know, because you gotta understand, there are times when we destroy societies and we take their girls and women for ourselves. That's right. So, so now when it comes to females who are valuable, right? Now a female that's slept with one man before the man that goes after her, right? Then she's bad enough. If she slept with countless men, then she's already worse. It's bad enough to, because there was a time. Remember in the scripture, right? There was a time. Let me see, when the Israelites went to war, right? And the Creator said, let's see, He said, kill all the men and kill all the men, right, in that city or country or town. Well, you know, when it was wartime and Israelites went to war against another nation, the sword said, remember, God said, kill all the men and kill all the boys because they will grow up to become men to become soldiers, right? But kill all the woman who's known a man. When it says known a man, it's talking about slept with a man. So even if it's just one time, because when the more female sleeps around, the less value she becomes. Even one man is just bad enough. So but anyway, so when they said a female who's known a man, it's because she slept with one man. Only virgins are worthy of men. Females who are virgins are not worthy for the other men. Exactly. She must only stay with that man that she slept with. Anyway, to put it short, when they killed that country and when they slaughtered the men, they slaughtered the boys too because they grow up to be soldiers. You know, because by nature men are masculine beings. So that was just, saying we killed them because we already know what they'll become. Let me see. Also, we kill a woman because the fact that she already slept with a man, it makes her not valuable. Only virgins are perfectly valuable and worthy of men. So anyway, then the sword said, when we killed the woman who slept with at least one man, he said, keep the women who are virgins, and not only the woman, keep the woman children, which is back then another term they say little girl, yeah, or woman children is a girl child. That's pretty much what it is. So he said, keep the woman who has not known the man, and keep the woman children for yourselves. You see that? If that was unnatural to just own them and raise them for ourselves, then why does the source allow that all the time throughout history? And not only that, why is it shown in our reality that it's normal to raise them? Who knows that when a girl is raised, that she just loves a man fully attached to him, and she's raised to cook and clean, and she's perfect at it. And by the time she's ripe, the bonus is then the man gets to fuck her and enjoy her at her best years, all the way up to when she's old. And when she's old, even though we will no longer be attracted to them, we'll keep them for the other uses because they cook clean and they respect the man. So even though we will no longer be physically attracted to them, we'll still love them. When it comes to they'll still be useful. So we'll keep them with us for life. And then when we pass, we'll give our wealth to them. You see that? It's that simple. It's that easy. It's always been that way. Society just lies to complicate life, nature. They will take things out of context. They will make up something and make it a lie that was never a lie. I'm just keeping it real. So, yeah. That's the truth, man. So it's the truth about what females are created for. Yeah. So, yeah, man. Because even if you were to, it's like this. Even if you were to like raise your female for yourself. You get like even when she's not ripe, you can still caress her, play with her, feel her, hug her, kiss her, cuddle her, or smell her hair, put her hair in your. I'm saying all the things that's pleasurable with them. There's many things you can do with a girl as you're raising her too, even when she's not ripe. And yeah, but when she's ripe, then the only difference is you can put your dick in her and fuck her. Yeah, yeah. Uh, like I said, oh yeah, because the sex that's not normal. I don't believe in oral sex. I don't believe in anal sex. That's also a lie by society. Yeah, yeah. You don't have to do any of that with her. You can just like cuddle her, hug her, play with her. There's a reason why girls love that and they glow the most. Notice when a girl is raised by a man compared to when a girl is raised by the lies of society. Notice how which way does she glow? I mean, when you compare both, and they glow, right? When you compare both, right? When you compare both sides, who glows the most? Yes, it's the one raised by men. Because the ones raised by society is following the lies of society. And that's why they grow up miserable. They grow up without a dad. They grow up without a male in their life. And they're kept away from men until like they're 18. And they're not taught the truth about life and then they end up sleeping around wanting to live the best life. And exactly. And then when they get old, then they try to give their used up pussy to men, whether young or old, and that's disgusting. That is so disrespectful to the male. It's like, dude, man, there's a reason why society conditions them this way, and try to make it seem like, oh, you should only give them 18 and up, dude. That's a lie, man. Females are created for one purpose. There's a reason why they don't have our awareness level, why they're not as aware as men, why we men can only be aware of certain things, while females just want to be. When females argue with men, they think about it as a child. I just want to be right. That's all. That's what it really is. They really want to be right. They will argue with a man for whatever reason, simply because it's not about if it's true or false. They just want to be. They want to be right. And number two, they're conditioned by society to think every man is evil when they're actually created to be a pleasure for men. To be, like, why do you think it's in their nature to love being owned by men, to be controlled by men? Why do you think they love that? Why do you think females, women, we call it they when they go? Why do you think they have dreams about being raped? Why do you think they have a secret fantasy to be taken by a man? Because that's the truth about what they are. They're created for that one purpose only. Female, man, I tell you, man. Yeah, it's not just females who are brainwashed by. Oh yeah, so because these females are raised by society to be corrupt and to be brainwashed and to be disrespectful to the males in general. And here's what's funny: they're created for men. So without a male to acknowledge those females, then because we're literally their energy source. If we don't want them, then those females are on their own, fending for themselves, and they'll die without male attention. Because they're created for that one purpose, to be owned by a man. If not any man wants her, then she's lost her complete purpose, and she'll die from it. Exactly. I'm just saying. So, because females are conditioned to act that way, right, by society, this shows you why it's a double-edged sword. Because here they're thinking they're winning. Of course, they're suffering because their natural side is fighting with their unnatural side, but they'll never admit it, right? They're suffering and they're sleeping around with different men, getting male attention from many men, but they're suffering and no way. They never know why they're upset or why they're suffering, because they're conditioned to think that way, behave that way, to be unnatural. See, they're behaving. Yeah, yeah. They're supposed to be owned by one man and controlled by one man. By that, they'll be complete for life. They'll feel complete. They won't be miserable at all. There'll be no antidepressant. There'll be no, yeah, because this is what they're supposed to be. This is the only way that they will actually enjoy a heavenly life without being miserable even one time, because they'll have a man that owns her, and she'll be attached to that male. Exactly. I'm just keeping it real. This is the truth, man. Like how things are supposed to be. But regardless of what I say this or not, it's going to get back to that anyway, because any society that's built on lies is going to fall in due season. We're living in an age where the source is judging all the societies. Not just America, but the world, but the people influenced by America, the countries influenced by America are going to share in this fate. Oh yeah. So basically, America is going to get the worst fate, though, just let you know. But anyway, things are going to go back to how they were. And when the source gathers his people, Jerusalem back to, when he gathers his people, the blacks back to Jerusalem, our real home, any person who has an American ties mindset is going to die in the wilderness. And it's just like ancient Egypt. A lot of Israelites died because they were so used to the Egyptian ways. They kept complaining. They say, they're used to worshiping things, and then they're used to. It's not just that; they're traditions. They're used to eating certain foods. They're not used to going days without eating. Same thing with society. If people complain based off lies from this world system, whether it's, you can't have that girl, she has to be 18 yet, or I want to eat some pork, or I want to or we men are equal to women. Like anything of this society, they are going to be cursed by the Creator. The Creator is not going to play that, and they're going to die on the way back to Jerusalem in the wilderness. And if they still act that way, oh yeah, if some of them make it, they will die within wherever they make it to. They'll die, and they'll be punished by plagues and stuff. Because the Creator, this is what I'm saying from the real God, the real power, the Creator. The Creator hates those things that comes from this system. And so any female who believes in feminists and you walk back to Jerusalem thinking you're equal to men, then you're going to be killed by the Creator as well. You're going to share in the plagues of the other nations. Why? Because that shit's not natural. Y'all were created to be soft, not loud. Oh, I tell you, girl, not loud, not you're created to be servant to the man that owns you. But it's not just that. Just the fact that a lot of y'all aren't virgins, you're already done for. I'm gonna leave it at that. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say in this video. Just it's common sense of what's natural and what's not natural. It's common sense of what's normal, not normal. And not only that, the people who do things that's unnatural, you gotta understand, throughout history, there's always been people born evil. Their DNA is written that way. So people would do things revolting in general. So yeah, just don't confuse the good people with the bad people, okay? Yeah, there's a reason why they tell you all kinds of lies in society that certain things are not normal, certain things are normal, because they want you to complicate, the reality of life and say this is good, this is bad, good is bad, bad is good, all kinds of shit. Many little things, big things to cause confusion. It's just because they don't want you to know the difference. The truth is, when you boil it down to the simplest reason, they don't want you to know the difference between the good and the bad. So they will claim many things are bad that's not bad, just so you can not tell the difference. So yeah, that's why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to mention the reality about men are not attracted to old ladies. This is the truth. They're trying to make it normal for us to want to sleep with old ladies, but that is disgusting because by nature, if men were honest with themselves, we're attracted to youth, fertility, youthful woman. Or even if you're raising the girls, you can't fuck them yet, but you can still cuddle them. Remember, that's not predatory. Get out of your head. They're created to be caressed, to be enjoyed. And why do you think girls themselves love that? Of course, the reason why a lot of girls in this society don't like that is because society conditions them from a young age all the way up to college to not like that, to call it creepy, predatory behavior. Exactly, because if a girls weren't taught that, why do you think by nature they don't know the difference between a good touch and bad touch? Exactly, because they lie to you about a lot of stuff just to complicate things, to complicate life. Girls by nature love it when a male cuddles them or owns them, because that is their nature, how it's written, and that's why we men are attracted to that naturally, because they're created for that one purpose. It's common sense that we can't have sex with them yet because they're not a woman yet. Nature says when they're a woman, when they're ripe, not society, nature. So get out of your thick skull. So anyway, even grooming them for yourself is not wrong. It's just think about watering a plant. Exactly, you're grooming the plant until the plant's ripe. Human females are no different. So so understand how easy it is to raise them for yourself, and it's not predatory. It's not no. Females are created for us. Y'all been conditioned that females are more than what they are. That they're something that they're not. Y'all, that's why y'all believe that's wrong. But realistically, females are created for that one purpose. To be, watered, groomed, and then when they're ripe, for men. And then the man then he will enjoy them in their best years as she continues to be a servitude towards them. And it's up to the individual man. Some men would choose to have a harem. Some would choose to have one wife. It depends on the man too. It's not wrong to have just one or more women, or it doesn't matter. It's up to the individual man, because we call it having just one woman is made up by society. The society. Yeah, the society is based off lies. Christians lied about that. Christians don't know the real truth. They're a false religion. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, so it's because it's up to the man if he wants to have one female or multiple females. It's up to the man. So, and females will share that man together. Because females are supposed to be owned by men, while men can sleep with many women. Because you understand, women are built to be sleep with one man. So the individual. That's why I think there's more females than the male humans on Earth. Why is there more female humans than male humans? Because they were created to be for the man's option of choosing to have many or a few or one. Exactly. So that's the truth, man. This is the reality, man. This is how the Creator really says it. God Himself says it. This is the truth. Yeah. But hey, as long as y'all are brainwashed by the system and y'all believe the lies of the system, Yeah, remember, any religion that becomes a religion have to go through the world system, and they have to be put on a contract, so they're not allowed to speak to reality. They can only speak the world system version of the truth. Exactly. So you people, man, get out of the deception, because y'all complicate life. But then again, it doesn't matter either way, because this society and all their lies that they promoted throughout the 400 years society has been up, it's going to fall. So all lies with it. And anyone who has the brainwashed mentality of society, y'all are going to fall with it. So y'all will be gone anyway, so it doesn't even matter. So this is just for the men who are open-minded enough to become aware, who are not lie to themselves, who know, what's natural and not natural, what's common sense and what not common sense. So I'm just leaving it at that. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. Okay, understand that females are created for one purpose. They're servants of men. By nature, men are masters, not servants. Females are servants, not masters. Females are servants, men are masters. This is the truth about what we are. Well, one's masculinity, femininity, that's all that exists in existence. The only difference, because when you go back to the first creation, which is chaos, the mother in heaven, she's the first creation of the Father in heaven. And he created through her to create the lights, the firstborn son of creation, who's also male, and then wisdom, the daughter, the secondborn of creation, and who's also female. But remember, all male and females, no matter the extension of every realm, all male and females are based off of the original male and female. The original female is the first being that came from the source, and the original male is the creator himself. So anyway, the original female is also called chaos. The original male is called peace. So understand that, and one side controls the other, not both. One side controls the other side. So male controls female. That's how it is. There's no equal treatment. Understand that. So anyone who believes that male and females have equal treatment, or that females control male instead, anyone who believes this stuff are an abomination. And y'all deserve the worst fate, to either die, get beaten down, stoned, killed, or put in the wood chipper, or everything y'all say y'all do too. Y'all will be on your own head. Y'all deserve all of that and more. Y'all deserve worse. So you people who are, it's not just the system, curse y'all for spreading all these lies throughout 400 years. And not just that, anyone who are brainwashed by y'all, and anyone who can't get out of some lies or even one lie, curse you all. And y'all all deserve the fate that's going to come to you in the future. I already know what's gonna happen to all of y'all. That's why I'm just not gonna say anything about that, because there are certain things of the future I don't want to mention. That rather that y'all are taken by surprise when it happens. But anyway, just be aware of that. Females are created to be fully controlled by males, and that's how it's supposed to be. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Peace.